Hello traders and welcome to tradingwithbill.com. It's a Thursday, the 4th of January 2018. Good to be with you. We're going to talk a little bit about Forex. All right, let's see what's going on. I guess they had the FOMC meeting minutes come out late in the U.S. session yesterday. Of course, I wasn't around. It was in the middle of the night for me. I was sleeping. What do we got going on this morning? Jackson Services PMI for December out of China. That's something we should watch out for. We have nationwide HPI today for the pound, month-on-month and year-on-year. We also have Spanish Services PMI, German Services PMI. Ooh, it's PMI day. Euro, Market Composite PMI, Services PMI out of the Euro. Bank of England Consumer Credit comes out today. It's a low impact, but we'll keep an eye on it and see what happens. Again, they have Services PMI today. Also, ADP, Non-Foreign Employment Change, comes out today. As we know, tomorrow is the big NFP day. The U.S. has also Market Composite PMI, Services PMI. However, crude oil inventories comes out as it's a day later than usual because of the holiday. And we also have inventories, and do we have crushing crude oil somewhere? I guess not. Okay, and that is about it, my good friends, on a Thursday. Quick week this week. You know, it is what it is. Let's just take a moment and just take a look at what happened in the market. Just the S&P futures is currently negative 0.04%. NASDAQ futures at 0.03%, with the Dow 30 0.40%. The small cap 2000 at 0.02, with the S&P 500 VIX at negative 6.35. Really don't want to see that. We're now below. We're now at 9 again. You know, gosh, we really need this back up at 11, right? So I guess, you know, people coming back into work and getting back in the markets again. Hopefully we'll see this move and make to the upside. DAX is up 0.83%. I was in the European Open yesterday, and we did see that pretty big bang to the upside on the DAX. Dollar index came up a little bit. It's up 0.36%, sitting at 91.89. Hopefully by the end of today, we'll get to that 92 area. We get good numbers and an NFP tomorrow. Hopefully we'll hit that, get up to the next level of the 92 spot. Let's take a look at gold, still hovering at that 1,310 area and 40 cents. WTI oil is at 61.84, with Brent oil at 67.92. I called it above 60, as we said. U.S. coffee is down 1.26%. All right, let's take a look at the charts today. 30-minute charts. You know, we talked about this New Zealand dollar trade yesterday, and I have to say, this was not a bad move. If you took this trade, and if you remember, we were talking about it here, and we wanted it to come down, and it came down. And if you got in it, even if you got in a little bit late, you still could have made 30 pips on this New Zealand dollar trade. And then it bounced, basically, off of a bounced off the 200 exponential moving average on a 30-minute chart. I'm sorry, I'm looking at the other chart where it's at. And it bounced off of that, and that was here, and it just bounced back up, and there we are. But it worked. The trade worked. Like I said, you could have got 30 pips out of it. So that's a good thing. Let's just take a look at, this is the dollar index, right? This is just horrible to the downside. Now it's coming back up. We're up against this resistance level here. So we'll just really just keep an eye on that. Like I said, we hope we get some decent numbers tomorrow and we can get this dollar index back up. Why? Because it affects our dollar pairs. Now, traders, I don't care if it's up or down, but I'm a big person about looking at long-term far out. What does a daily chart look like? You know, what does a 4-hour chart look like? Like I said yesterday, we want them to be the same, right? If a daily chart's up and the 4-hour chart is down, that's not in correlation with each other. I won't take that trade. So overall, those pairs have been bearish. So we like to see that. I don't mind taking them to the upside. I have no problem with that. As long as the daily chart and the 4-hour chart are in that same situation, I'd be more than happy to do that. Let's take a look at some currency pairs. I was looking at the Great British Pound this morning. And, you know, this pair's in a cool spot here, and what I did on another screen was I just did a fib here, just did a fib retracement. Right, just took this fib here, took it here, right, popped the fib on that, and I'm just waiting for this to come back up to this like 38.2 level, and we could take this to the downside, right? 38.2, why not? Let's take it to the downside. 38.2, take it to the downside. And of course, you know, we're going to come back here, and again, we're at resistance already, right? I'm sorry, support again. And that's all right, and that's at 34.97, but we're getting into 35.40. So, you know, we're going to be break even. We're 40 pips ahead before we get to this area. So we're just going to be fine. Not a problem on this trade. This trade looks really well. We just need the pullback. Now, the problem is my good friend would say, this looks like L for lower. So there's a really good chance this ain't going to give us a pullback. This is going to do this. And we'll be getting in down here and just wait for this support area to turn into resistance, right? Let it break it, give us a retest, and then we can sell it back down again. That's what we're looking at. Let's take a look at the euro yen. You know, I haven't looked at that. Hey, why? Take a break from the dollar pairs there for a second. Not bad, not bad. I like it. Right, it's coming up here. You know, we'd like to see this somewhere. Yeah, you know, this ain't bad, folks. You know, if we get it here, right? That's not a bad spot at 135.50. You know, I like the 20s, the 80s, the double zeros, and the 50 levels. That's not a bad place. Maybe we could take this back down again. And really, if we take that from there and take it back down, we really don't run into trouble till here. And that's at 135.08. So, you know, we have some good areas here. We'll keep an eye on this euro yen today. This might happen. Or what's the other side of this? It's going to just drop from here, right? Because we're at resistance at this level. You know, we're at a resistance level. So it might drop there. So let's just put a mark there so later we can take a look at it and see if that's what happened. So we have a couple of areas where we can get in this. We want to sell this. We're bearish, right? We're bearish on this. It's just because the euro is strong. Why? Because of the dollar, right? So we're going to see how this happens. And, well, I don't know. It looks good to me. You know, it's come up to resistance area. And you can see this is very ugly, right? This is left of the chart is really ugly. This isn't going to be an easy trade. This isn't going to be a 1 hour trade. You're in, you're out, and you're done. It's not going to happen, right? Yeah, unfortunately, right? Let's take a look at the Aussie dollar. Yeah, we'll do that. Sounds good. This has been sideways. Now, I know this is a 30-minute chart, but this has been sideways. So we need a break here. So to me, this is definitely, this is just going to be a trend line break. We're just going to take this on a trend line break. And if I can get this to hit on here, there we go. Whoa, easy, easy, easy. Come on, guys. Yeah, we would just want this to give us a trend line break somewhere like there. I really like a 4-touch. Trend line break, so we're going to go higher, maybe up to there. That looks good to me. And then what we'll do is we'll look to take that down from the trend line break, which is almost there now. Where's your stop going to go? It's going to go up here, folks. The stop is at 78.50. 78.50, double zero numbers again. Put your stop up there, and we could take this down. And, you know, this, to me, for profit, really, we are way down here. I mean, this can really give us a nice spot for profit here on the Aussie dollar. Now, my bias is bearish on the Aussie, but it's a commodity pair. You know, oil affects, everything affects us. China's got Gaxon data coming out today. You know, all this stuff affects the Aussie, and that's that's an issue. But my overall bias for a long time has been I've been bearish on the Aussie. Listen, the Aussie don't want their currency at 78. They want it back at 67, 64. That's where they want their currencies back at. So we'll keep an eye on it, see if we can get a trade. If you want to jump in it now, it's not a bad idea. We can jump in this right now and take it to the downside. Traders, thank you so much for being with me. It's a Thursday, and it's the 4th of January, 2018. Traders, remember, I do not do a video on Friday, so we'll catch you on Monday, definitely in Asia. Traders, always remember to trade smart, not hard. Catch you next time. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye, my friends.